is a production of Benny Broadcasting of the Ozarks. Welcome to an electrifying night of Osage Indians basketball. It's time for the pregame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of School of the Osage High School Sports. I am Craig Allen, alongside Steve Adams, Amy Adams on the camera for us tonight, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio as it is the first bank of the Lake pregame show live in the Kelly's Port Marina press box. As the School of the Osage Indians are back home tonight for a game against the St. James Tigers. Osage coming off a tough 8-point loss against the Salem Tigers. A whole different breed of Tigers, the Salem kind. Last Friday night, Steve, we went to Salem, and it was a tough contest for the Indians. They tied it up multiple times throughout the second half and just never quite could get over that hump, not taking the lead at any point during that game, but certainly having their opportunities to do so.
Yeah, Salem came out on fire, just couldn't miss a shot, built an 8-point lead, at the end of that first quarter, and we were just couldn't get over the hump. 5 times we tied the score that night, but never did we lead the game. And Salem, man, what a great night of basketball they had, sweeping Osage, all three of the teams, freshman, JV, and varsity. And now we're facing a team in St. James that has beat Salem twice and once by 19 points. So Osage certainly has their work cut out for them here tonight.
An interesting night here at School of the Osage, both the girls varsity and boys varsity having home games scheduled. And the freshman boys, JV boys, and JV girls also all in action tonight. So the JV boys, freshman boys, JV girls taking place over at the middle school tonight. We just saw the varsity girls handle Owensville pretty easily. And now we're getting set to watch the School of the Osage varsity boys take on St. James here tonight. This is our first of 2 games this week, as we'll be back here right at School of the Osage Friday night to watch the Indians take on the Liberators of Bolivar. And you can find that game right here on your radio dial at 102.7, as well as MoSportsZone.com and through YouTube at MoSportsZone on YouTube. Just find that profile, click on the live tab, and find all kinds of live action around the area, including Versailles, Eldon, Waynesville, pretty much anyone in the local area, Camdenton, all School of the Osage games going on there. You can also find all School of the Osage games streamed live at the KQUL Cool 102.7 Facebook page all season long, as Steve and I bring you every Osage basketball game this season.
We bring them all, but I tell you what, it's nice to be home tonight.
It is tremendous to be home. We were in basically a deer stand last Friday night in Salem, had to climb a small ladder in very tight quarters for bigger guys like Steve and I. Thankfully, your wife is small, so she fit up there perfectly, and now she's up here in our press box helping us out with our game again tonight. She got a compliment. Nobody ever compliments us.
Sure enough.
Maybe she'll be the Lake.
She's going to carry us.
The Lake voting best cameraman of the year.
Miss Cameraman?
Miss Cameraman coming up in 2026 this year.
It's good here tonight to hear the pep band. It's good to hear Lee Baker's voice, calling the game in-house here. It's just, man, I forget how blessed we are. We got a great facility here to host games, and it's just good to be up here at the top looking over it all.
As we get set for the Tigers and the Indians here tonight, School of the Osage varsity basketball. The Indians coming into tonight with a record of 6-4, looking to improve on that and bounce back from a tough loss last Friday night. Starting lineups about to be introduced. Of course, Steve Adams did not go down and get any intel as he did at the Lynn tournament. That lasted for about 2 games, but it was fun while it lasted.
Well, here's the deal. We don't have printed programs, and so I was looking for something to to write it down.
Listen, it's tough, Steve. Without the printed program, they want us to scan the code on our phone, and I just can't look at my phone and look down at the names while I'm calling the game. But at least we know the starters for School of the Osage, and they are.
We got the Blake Show, senior Blake Harrison, the Gunslinger, junior Jackson Long, the Magician, senior Maverick Trusty, attorney at ball, senior Luke Wolf, and the floor general, Tanner Willoughby, junior.
That starting lineup brought to you by Eagle Stop and Geyer Oil as we get set to to tip this one off here tonight. No national anthem. Mike, if you're paying any attention back there in the studio. We'll get these ads in soon enough, though. Of course, this game last year down in St. James, I flew solo for that one. A wild ending to that one, if you can remember it. And the Indians came out on the losing end, trying to avenge that loss this year. They'll win the tip and start with the basketball. And it'll be Luke Wolf putting up about a 16-footer, no good. Blake Harrison, easy rebound and put back to put the Indians on the board first, 2-0. Wolf wide open over there on the wing. Had a good look at it. Harrison fighting for the rebound and the putback.
Hey, I like Luke Wolf taking that shot. Pull the trigger every time when he's open on those mid-range jumpers.
2-0 here in this first quarter, brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. Osage out in their man-to-man defense, kind of giving St. James a difficult look here. A little more aggressive, Steve, in the half-court man-to-man here. Usually we see maybe a little bit more lax, but Osage seemingly turning up the defensive pressure here early on in this one. Now good take to the basket, but good defense there from Luke Wolf. Shot no good. Rebound tipped around. Jackson Long winds up with it. He has it in the backcourt, kicks it up ahead to Willoughby on the wing. Willoughby to Luke Wolf. Outside the three-point line, pump fakes the three, now backs his man in. Lost a handle on it, stolen by St. James, back the other way they come. 2-on-1, but Wolf jumps in the passing lane as they try and get the easy layup. Wolf with the steal, kicks it up ahead to Harrison. Now Maverick on the wing, he'll step into a triple. And good, Maverick Trusty hitting his first triple of the night to put Osage up 5-0 early on. And Maverick struggled with his jump shot last Friday night. He'd be the first one to tell you about it. Great to see him come out here at home and hit the first three he takes tonight. Now spin in the lane, shot up on the rim, no good. Willoughby down with the rebound, kicks it back behind the defense, pass tip. Long winds up with it, can't finish the layup, caught underneath the rim right there. Rebound for St. James. Back the other way they come quickly. Osage back in their man-to-man defense. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Dribbling into traffic, lost a handle on it. St. James retains, and they'll reset the possession now. Coach Henshaw wants them to get up on the ball. Willoughby almost comes up with the steal there. Ball kicked on the wing, Long on defense. Looking for a back tap, can't get it. Attack in the basket. Harrison going to be called for the foul as he tries to get to the rim, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up here for St. James.
His first of the night. First team foul as well for the Indians.
First free throw off the front iron, no good. Keeps the score 5-0 here. Second free throw goes in. St. James on the board, makes it a 4-point game. Trusty with it, trying to go back behind the defense to Luke Wolf. That passing lane jump, Wolf didn't touch it, but they say it's off him, out of bounds. And a turnover back to St. James.
Got a celebrity in the house in front of us here.
Well, he likes to think so. See a couple members of the 1991 third-place state team here tonight. Of course, Ricky Lettrell working the scoreboard for us all the time. Jason Allen sitting right here in front of us next to Donald Rosti. Turnover by St. James, trying to work a pick and roll, throwing it behind his teammate out of bounds. St. James wants a timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. 5:31 left to go here in the first. Osage a 4-point lead. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
There's a place where you're treated with honesty and respect. A place that believes in you and your community, too. A place that wants to help you grow and succeed. A place that is built on giving you friendly, reliable service tailored to you. That place is Mid-America Bank.
We're a bank that's good for you and your community too. Mid-America Bank.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
This is Osage Indians Basketball. Back to the game. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
5:31 left to go here in the first quarter. Osage up 5-1, a 4-point lead, and they have the basketball. Again, Osage coming off a tough 8-point loss last Friday night against Salem. Salem, not a prolific offensive team, had a great first quarter and then kind of used their defense to bring home that victory on Friday night. St. James looking to do more of that as well. Now looking to go inside to Harrison. The entry pass is made. Here comes the double team. Ball kicked out to Jackson Long. He puts the triple up, and the gunslinger gets it. So they come out, they run that set play, Steve. We knew exactly what was coming. The double team immediately came to Harrison when he touched the basketball. He kicks it out to Long for the triple.
Hey, if we're not going to get points in the paint, let's get the ball in the paint and see how that opens up on our perimeter.
Now another turnover. Osage has it. Harrison just goes coast to coast and finishes at the rim. 10-1 on the scoreboard with 4:45 left to go here in the first quarter. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance.
Yeah, everything feeling different tonight so far compared to that start in Salem here. Starting out in the hole here, we have a 9-point lead.
St. James with the basketball up top. Willoughby on defense. He's going to be called, trying to reach in across the arm. And you can just see, Steve, you can just see it tonight. If you're watching the stream on MoSportsZone.com, Steve, you can just see it. The defensive intensity for the Indians is much higher than it was Friday night, and probably since we've seen the last couple of games from them.
Well, sure, we're defending them almost out to the half-court line, certainly beyond the volleyball line there. We're all over them.
Yeah.
In their business.
Half-court, man-to-man, very aggressive here tonight. St. James trying to work against that. Now a step, good job by Harrison. A lot of contact. Basket's no good. Osage has the rebound. This is Willoughby on the wing with it. They'll reset. Trusty goes inside to Wolf. Here comes the double team. Ball knocked between his legs. St. James comes up with the steal. Back the other way come the Tigers. Right to left, into the lane, into Trusty. That's easily an offensive foul. Ton of contact there. The quarterback takes the contact, draws the foul, turnover back to the Indians.
Oh, yeah. Maverick just kind of set up camp right there in the paint, just waiting for him. He could have stopped and signed some autographs, waiting for the action to come to it.
Yeah, he waited quite a while, and he obliged. He said, all right, I will run right into you, sir. Nice job there by Maverick Trusty. He'll take a seat. Substitution on the floor for the Indians include Tyler Marshall and Ethan Wall. Now half-court trap, ball tipped, knocked away. St. James with the steal, coming back the other way. Willoughby going to be called for the foul on the shot. It's no good, so it'll be 2 free throws coming up. Scores 10-1. Osage out in front. 3:55 left to go here in the first quarter. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance.
We'll be getting in foul trouble early here. We got Brady Clark coming off the bench to give him a break.
The Iceman coming.
The Iceman taking the place of the floor general.
First free throw for St. James, up and in.
Tate Groover.
What? You have names?
I do.
And you're not sharing them. What a conceited. You're just trying to make me look bad. Well, I'll have you know I can handle that on my own.
Groover gets both.
Who?
10-3. Tate Groover.
Okay, thanks. Tyler Marshall with it. Baseline floater up, front iron. No good. Fight for the board. Out of bounds, they say, off Harrison. And that's another iffy call down there, but it's going to go back to St. James.
Here, let me help you out here. You got some names here. You see that?
Austin Bell fighting for the rebound against Blake Harrison. Look at this. I'm on a whole nother level now. Entry pass goes into Bell, and he's called for the travel. Good defense there from the motor as he forces the turnover. Back to the Indians. 10-3. Osage out in front by 7. Some full court pressure here now from St. James. This is Brady Clark with it in the backcourt, working with Harrison. Harrison working against Aiden Boone. Now throws it back behind the defense to Ethan Wall. Wall goes right to the basket. He's fouled, and he'll go the line for 2.
Hey, great vision by the Iceman, Brady Clark, bringing that ball up the floor, getting it to Wall right there in the paint. And you know when Wall gets the ball in the paint, he's going to the rim.
Yeah, I think there's like some kind of, would you say, like concentric circle coming out from the rim where if Ethan Wall gets the ball inside that circle, he's just going to the basket with it. You like that concentric circle?
Thanks for drawing it out for me. That really helped.
That's some math for you. You wouldn't get it.
Wall misses the first.
Second free throw off the rim, no good. And Osage missed a couple free throws here early on. Now back the other way. Errant pass, knocked away, long with it, back behind the defense. Brady Clark high off the glass and finishes. And again, great vision there. Jackson Long finding Clark behind the defense to finish the layup. 12-3, 3:04 left to go here in the first. Boone with it, kicks it out on the wing. This is Isaac Smith. Now up top to Groover. Groover has to save it before it goes into the backcourt. Goes back to Boone. Boone to Smith. Smith back out to Groover. His 3 is up. Front iron, no good. Rebound tipped around. Clark has it on the deck. Kicks it up ahead to Marshall, who fires it up to Ethan Wall for the finish. Great ball movement there from the Indians off the turnover. Brady Clark getting on the deck in the seated position. Kicks it over to Marshall, who finds Wall for the easy layup. Now another turnover. Clark comes up with this one. Great vision up ahead to Marshall, and he'll finish the layup at the rim. Timeout, St. James. We'll take 1-2. Osage up 16-3 here in the first quarter. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
At DL Truck and Trailer Outfitters, they build trailers tough enough for every season. Built to last. Built for you. From utility trailers to heavy-duty haulers, they've got the perfect fit for your fall to-do list. Stop by today and see why more hardworking folks trust DL Outfitters. Whether you need a trailer repaired, need a short or long-term rental, or just buying new, come check out their large selection and knowledgeable staff. Located at the Highway 17 junction in Eugene. Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School as the Indians take on the St. James Tigers. We are in the first quarter, and Osage a 13-point lead, 16-3.
Oh, man, just everything feels so different just from a few days ago on that road trip to Salem here. Again, we're going to give some credit to the defense. Osage is coming out, like you said, in that aggressive man-on-man defense, just picking up at the half court and just being all in their business.
St. James doesn't know what to do. I mean, they are turning the ball over, and it's half unforced, half forced errors. They are really struggling against this Osage defense here. And the Indians have a 13-point lead here in this first quarter, brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. 2:16 left to go. This is Boone with it, working through his screen. Colt Butler checked in through the timeout as well. So 4 subs and Maverick Trusty on the floor. That's Marshall, Butler, Wall, Brady Clark, and the Magician. St. James looking to slow things down a bit here. Boone goes right to the basket. Good defense from Butler, knocks that shot away, but the offensive rebound put back also no good. And getting his own board, trying to spin into the lane. Ball on the deck, now kicked out in the corner. Three-pointer up, back iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Colt Butler. He kicks it over to Clark. Clark moves across the timeline. Fakes the handoff, now kicks it out to Marshall. Marshall pump fakes the 3, dribbles in, finds himself in no man's land. Butler with it up top. Pump fakes, goes right into the lane, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul. And credit where it's due, taking a lot of contact there. Butler went into the lane hard after that pump fake. Turnover back to the Tigers.
Hey, I like the pump fake, not settling for the 3, taking it to the lane there. Sorry to see him get called for the charge, but I like the idea. Great ball movement from the Osage Indians on that possession.
Now Boone lost a handle on it, shot no good. Another offensive rebound put back. And that's 3 offensive rebounds on the last 2 possessions for the Tigers. 1:06 left to go, 2 free throws coming up.
Ethan Wall picking up his first of the night, first foul.
First free throw good. Who is this at the line, Steve? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't have him.
14?
14.
Yeah, I don't see him either. Second free throw good, 16-5, still a double-digit lead for the Indians. Maverick with it up top, picked up by Boone, working a pick and roll with Wall. Now Marshall with it on the wing. Right to left, gets a step, right to the lane, reverse layup, finished. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line for one more. Tyler Marshall just got a step on his defender. He saw green in the lane. Gets hit on the arm, and then Tyler Marshall doing what he does, Steve. That reverse layup finish. He makes it look so easy sometimes.
Second foul of the night on Isaac Smith for the Tigers.
This is the most I've ever heard you say names of the other players.
Well, my secret is
all season
I don't
long.
let you know the names, and then
I have to count on you.
That's right.
Missed the free throw. Osage with the rebound, though. Maverick has it in the corner. Now dribbles out, picks up this dribble. Looking for some help, hands it off to Butler. Butler gets a screen, hands it off to Wall. Marshall on the wing once again, back to Wall. Wall inside the concentric circle, shot no good, gets his own rebound, back up, hit on the arm, no call. Ball knocked away, St. James winds up with it. Back the other way, working a 2-on-1, and the easy finish at the rim.
Who got that? Was that 12 there?
2, Isaac Smith.
Thank you, Matt.
Now Maverick working on the aforementioned Smith. Picks up his dribble, gives it over to Butler. 15 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Butler, right to left, now hands it off to Clark. 6 seconds left to go here. Maverick with it up top. He'll step into a long three-pointer. Can't quite grab anything, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. Osage jumping out to an early advantage, using their defense to extend the lead, 18-7 after 1. We'll take a break, come back with the second quarter after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
The season's over, and it's a great time to inspect your dock for any damage. Dam Steel and CWD Supply have everything you'll need to get your dock back to like-new condition. From cables and clamps to bumpers and structural integrity, they've got you covered. Make sure your dock is ready before another season takes the toll. Located right on D Road in Osage Beach. Stop by or call them today. Dam Steel and CWD Supply, your trusted steel and dock people since 1982. Don't wait. Schedule your dock inspection now. Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians Basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams. Amy Adams on the camera for us tonight, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio. 1 quarter of play in the books here between St. James and School of the Osage, and after 8 minutes, Osage an 11-point advantage, 18-7 over the Tigers.
Yeah, I love to see this start, and I love to see just kind of the shared effort offensively. We've got Blake Harrison and Jackson Long in the scorebook, which we'd expect, but we're seeing some points come in from Maverick Trusty. And then the motor, Tyler Marshall here, pouring in a couple buckets as well. And then Brady Clark. Brady Clark's seen more minutes than we've seen him on the floor in a couple games, and he's making a positive impact for us.
St. James will start the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control with the basketball. This is Groover with it. Gives it over, spinning into the lane. Tough shot up, no good. Luke Wolf brings the rebound down. It's Wolf, Clark, Harrison, Butler, and Long on the floor for the Indians. Long off a double screen, picks it up, now gives it over to Butler. He'll step into a triple on the wing. Front iron, no good. Harrison, weak side rebound, attacking 4 Tigers, and just goes up and finishes between all of them. (20-7) the score on the board after that bucket. 7:18 left to go here in this second quarter. Long almost comes up with the steal over on the wing. Boone driving in, tough shot over Harrison, but he gets it to fall. Now coming back the other way, Clark quickly across the timeline. He'll slow it up. Osage will reset. They get into a new offensive look here. Trying to go inside to Harrison. They do so. Here comes the triple team, Steve.
Oh, man.
And finally the ball knocked away and stolen by St. James. Harrison going to have to work for it every time he touches the basketball now. Double and triple teams coming his way.
I love the effort by Clark to try to get him that ball in the paint. Here we got a backdoor cut.
Yeah. Good backdoor cut and the finish at the rim. Clark back the other way now, gives it over to Long. Long goes to work, cross-court pass over to Butler in the opposite corner. His three-pointer is up, back iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Gleason. Butler working out on the perimeter against Owen Spurgeon, I believe. Trying to work that backdoor cut again. Boone working on Wolf, now gives it over. On the wing, three-pointer up. Rims off, doesn't go. Fight for the board. Ball on the deck. Brady Clark comes up with it. Now he wants to move quickly across the timeline. Tries to go out to Butler in the corner. Boone comes up with the steal. Back behind the defense. Groover one-on-one against Long, and he finishes. And now St. James on a bit of a run here. But back behind the defense. Jackson Long finds Colt Butler wide open for the easy finish at the rim. Pump faking nobody, Steve.
Butler was so wide open, he was surprised. He looks back and nobody's here.
Puts the lead back at 9, 22-13. This is Boone with it. Now hands it off. Oh yeah. Nice pump fake from Spurgeon there. As he gets Wolf off the floor. And Luke Wolf, attorney at ball, called for the foul. And that'll put St. James at the line for 2 free throws.
His first of the night there, Luke Wolf.
5:25 left to go here in this second quarter. Brought to you by American Sun Control. First free throw good. Makes it an 8-point game, 22-14. And you can kind of tell St. James has come out here in this second quarter and really kind of calmed down, Steve. They've already, I believe they've already matched their point output from the first quarter here, 2.5 minutes into this quarter.
Winning the quarter, 7-4 right now.
Substitution on the floor. Lane violation on St. James on the free throw. So it'll be a turnover back to the Indians. Starters, or excuse me, yeah, I just said that. Starters on the floor for School of the Osage as Willoughby and Harrison check back in on that possession. Now Luke Wolf will walk it up for the Indians. He'll hand it off to Maverick. Maverick dribbling into multiple Tigers. Trying to come to a jump stop there. They say he traveled.
Seventh turnover I have recorded here for the Indians so far here tonight. 22-14 in favor of the Indians. 5:03 left in this second quarter.
15-footer, no good. Rebound bounces right to Smith, but he can't finish. Now Harrison with the defensive rebound. He kicks it up ahead to Maverick, and Maverick just finishes the contested layup at the rim. Osage getting a lot of shots inside that tiny circle right at the rim.
Back to double digits, 24-14. Mavericks got 5 on the night.
St. James, the backdoor cut is there. The passing lanes have not been, Steve, but the backdoor cuts have been there at times, doesn't it feel like?
No, for sure. And that's what happens when you're playing that aggressive defense. You get all the way up there kind of above the free throw line. You leave that area wide open.
Great point. Boone on the wing. Dribbles in. Splits 2 defenders. Can't finish the shot. Rebound knocked out. Willoughby comes up with it. Willoughby ahead to Harrison. Harrison avoids being called for the charge and then draws the blocking foul. No shot. So it'll be a baseline inbound coming up for the Indians.
I'm getting numbers I don't have names for here. For
Wolf on the inbound, can't finish, and then he's going to be called for the foul on the rebound there. Got a good look at it right there on the inbound, just could not finish at the rim. Steve, what are you doing there? Where are you getting this? Where are you getting these names, anyways?
That was Muir. I just had him up at the top here.
I'm just saying, where are these names coming from?
I asked for the names from our athletic director's office here. Jenny Pearson helped me out.
I didn't know it was that easy. Three-pointer on the wing, up, no good. Long rebound out to St. James, and then trying to pivot on the interior. Called for the travel is Tate Groover. Turnover back to the Indians. And they're doing full court pressure on everyone but Luke Wolf. So Wolf is carrying it up. He'll hand it off the long for the long three. And the gunslinger puts the Indians up by 13.
I've got him 2 for 2 from three-point land. He's got 6 points on the night so far. 27-14, as you said.
I mean, that one could have been worth 4. It was that far out there. Groover pump fakes the 3. He's got Trusty on him. Ball goes to Bell in the corner. He goes back up top to Groover. Swung over to Gleason. Gleason trying to work a pick and roll. Instead, kicks it over to Smith. His 3 is up. Back iron, no good. Maverick down with the rebound. He wants to move. Beautiful no-look pass to Luke Wolf for the finish. The magician looks one way, throws it the other. Luke Wolf finishes the layup. Nice pass there by Maverick Trusty. We're under 3 minutes to go here in this second quarter.
29-14. Osage winning this quarter 11-7. We bragged on the Tigers kind of breaking out offensively, but they got to that 7 points, and they haven't moved here in a couple minutes.
Now they're trying to post up on Willoughby as Osage is switching on every screen. Instead, floater off the rim, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds off St. James, back to the Indians. Wolf will control it, almost lost it over to Willoughby, wide open on the wing. Three-pointer up from him, rims around, doesn't fall. Harrison comes up with the rebound. A lot of contact, ball knocked out of bounds. They say off St. James will stay here. Baseline inbound coming up for the Indians. Timeout taken on the floor. We'll keep it here through this one, though. 2:12 left to go here in this second quarter. Our next broadcast will come to you live right back here from School of the Osage on Friday night as the Indians will be home for the Bolivar Liberators. And then next Thursday night, we will be in Buffalo to take on the Bison. I know, redundant. The Buffalo Bison.
I feel like that bothers you a little bit.
Just you. You always, everywhere we go, that's what you talk about.
You know, I don't know. I kind of need redundancy in my life. It doesn't hurt me at all.
So I feel like sometimes you kind of need the same thing over and over in your life. It doesn't hurt you at all. So that's our broadcast schedule for the rest of this week and into next week as the Indians sit at 6-4 on the season. Looking to improve on that. St. James came into tonight with a record of 5-4, but again, 5 of those 5 wins, 2 of them are over Salem, who gave the Indians a bunch of problems.
Now you say 6-4. What are we not 6-3? We've lost to Jeff City, we lost to Southern Boone, and we lost to Salem. Who's?
Oh, is that? Oh, I had down 6. Yeah, 6-3. Good call. I thought I did the graphic differently. Long 3 up from Maverick on the inbound. Rims off, no good. Harrison with the rebound and finds Willoughby back behind the defense for the push shot at the rim. Good hustle there from Blake Harrison and good vision to find Willoughby in that spot waiting on it. There's that backdoor cut. Gleason, tough shot under the rim. Can't get it to go. Ball knocked around. Long comes up with it. And now ball knocked out of bounds off St. James. Will stay with the Indians. 31-14, 1:46 left to go here in this second quarter. Brought to you by American Sun Control. Willoughby up ahead to Harrison. Working a 3-on-2. Somehow finds Long. And then up top to Luke Wolf. Wolf will step into the triple. Back iron, no good. Fight for the board. Boone has it for the Tigers. And he is quickly back the other way. Goes coast to coast. Ball knocked out. No good. Harrison comes up with the long rebound. And now Osage will reset. They have numbers. Into the lane. Willoughby in the corner. 3-pointer up and rims in. So Harrison into the lane. Draws the defense. St. James not getting back on D. Willoughby wide open. And Willoughby has the last 5 for the Indians. 34-14. Coming up on 1 minute left to go here in the second.
Hey, this is what we've seen, what the Osage Indians are capable of doing. Just putting on some points in a hurry and just breaking teams down.
Tough shot over Harrison on the easy offensive rebound again. No good. Rebound, no good for St. James. 3 good looks at it. Cannot get any of them to go. 2 of them right at the rim. Wolf will finish on the other end, though. And he'll be fouled and go to the line.
Second bucket for Wolf here. Calling that foul on Smith. That's his 3rd. I've got that for his 3rd foul of the night here. About 40 seconds left in this first half of play.
Good ball movement by the Indians. As St. James, they're trying to put on this defensive pressure, but Osage is just getting numbers back behind the defense, Steve. And whether it's 4-on-3, 3-on-2, sometimes even 2-on-2, they're just doing a great job of finishing at the rim. And there you see Luke Wolf do it through the contact, and he's at the line for one more. His free throw is good.
Gives him 5 on the night.
37 seconds left to go here in this half. Tyler Marshall and Ethan Wall checked in on that last possession. Groover tries to go over Ethan Wall. Can't get the shot to fall. Ball knocked out of bounds off of St. James back to the Indians. Blake Harrison checks back in. Luke Wolf takes a seat. Wolf has 2 fouls. And Harrison will bring it up for the Indians now. Kicks it over to Wall. Wall back out to Harrison. Over to Maverick on the wing. He'll step into a triple. Front iron. No good. Long rebound out. Harrison has it. Hands it off to Trusty. Scoop shot off the glass. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Saved by Harrison, but back into St. James. 6 seconds left to go here. Bell with it. He doesn't know how much time is left. He's not going to get a shot off, and that's how the half's going to come to a close. School of the Osage, a dominant first half to take a 37-14 lead into halftime. We'll take a break. Come back with the High V halftime show, and Steve ranks it. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people, at 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Since 1977, Kelly's Port has been the trusted name for boating at Lake of the Ozarks. Whether you're chasing fun with the best selection of Bennington pontoons or cruising into the sunset on a luxurious Tiara yacht, Kelly's Port has the answers to your boating dreams. They're the #1 Regal Boats dealer in the nation. Plus, they carry Ski Nautique and Grady White. Sales, service, financing, storage. They've got it all. Kelly's Port in Osage Beach and on the 19.5-mile marker. Rock Island Insurance, the pro team for your insurance needs. At Rock Island, they keep you on track with coverage you can afford for home, vehicle, property, casualty, and life. Juke the big hits. And let Rock Island Insurance block the way when it comes to your insurance needs. A proud supporter of our Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook. Rock Island Insurance, keeping you on track.
At Baxter's Lakeside Grill, it's more than a meal. It's a moment. Savor the food, from fresh flavors to lakeside favorites made just right. Whether it's a relaxed lunch, a sunset dinner, or a night out with friends, every plate is crafted to be savored, perfectly prepared, meant to slow you down. And when you think it can't get any better, you look up, sunlight on the water, and a view that stays with you long after the last bite. Savor the food, remember the view. Baxter's Lakeside Grill on Bagnell Dam Boulevard in Lake Ozark.
You're listening to Osage Indians Basketball, KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, Hy-Vee halftime show. Craig on alongside Steve Adams, Amy Adams on camera, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio. And again, we are at halftime, and what a halftime. What a first half, Steve. Excuse me. What a first half it was for the Indians. They take a 37-14 lead here into halftime. And we kind of came into tonight, Steve. We talked up St. James. We said, hey, this is a team that has beaten Salem twice. And, you know, Osage struggled with Salem on Friday night, losing by 8. And this St. James team is a team that beat Salem by 20. Obviously, you can't use the transitive property. Maybe players were out hurt. It could have been sickness. There's a litany of things that it could have been. Obviously, you don't play games on paper, and this is why. But this is certainly not what I expected coming into tonight. I kind of thought that we would see a little bit more from St. James. But saying that, Steve, credit where it's due. The Indians came out with an intensity on defense, and they have stuck to that throughout the first half.
Hey, well, this is a team, the Osage Indians, that gave up 24 points to the Salem Tigers in that first period. You know that had to be a topic of conversation in practices since that game as they were watching film. So now in the first half, they're only giving up 14. I tell you what, for St. James here, man, you come out and you're posting 7 points in the first two. Yeah, it's just hard. You're not going to win many games if you're going to put 14 points up in a half for sure, while you're giving up almost 20 to Osage. And as I'm looking at scoring here, man, it is spread around for the Osage Indians. Nobody in double digits so far. Blake Harrison with 6, Jackson Long with 6, Maverick Trusty 5, Luke Wolf 5, Tanner Willoughby 5, Tyler Marshall with 4, Colt Butler with 2, Brady Clark with 2, Ethan Wall with 2. Man, we got just a whole host of Osage Indians involved in the offense here. I'm really impressed by that. You look at the other end, of course, the Tigers are just having a hard time getting points here. Boone, he's got 2, but he's 1 for 4 from the paint, right? Groover, he's got 4. Gleason's got 5. And then we've got Spurgeon with 1 and an unnamed player with 2. We didn't get his name there.
But Osage has been getting it done with their defense tonight, and they've done a great job of just getting back in transition. We've seen Osage really like that identity this season, Steve, where they get back They turn rebounds and turnovers. They get down the floor quickly. Brady Clark checked in there in the first quarter, and it really seemed to be a point of emphasis for the Iceman when he came in, as he was getting the ball down the floor quickly, using that court vision, finding open players at the rim, and that just kind of sparked the rest of the team to start doing that as well. It was an immediate, Steve, anytime there's a missed basket, a turnover, sometimes even made baskets, they're just getting down the floor quickly, trying to get past this defensive pressure that St. James wants to pose against them.
Hey, how fortunate are the Osage Indians when you have Willoughby getting foul trouble there, and we have someone with the talent of Brady Clark to bring off the bench and say, just fill this hole here, and he does it so well.
Osage up 37-14 here at halftime. We're going to take a break and then come back with what I think might be one of the most competitive and highly judged list of Steve Ranks It ever. Folks, Steve is going to rank sitcom theme songs. So think about at home what your favorite sitcom theme song is. Steve has his top 5 ready for you, and we'll come back and hear that right after this. Osage up 37-14 at halftime, the Hy-Vee halftime show here on Cool 102.7 Sports.
Hey, Missouri, when you're looking for a reliable pit stop, look no further than Eagle Stop. Family owned with over 50 locations. Whether you're gassing up or grabbing snacks, you'll always get a clean, consistent, and quality experience. And you're going to want to reward yourself with snacks, drinks, and fuel discounts. Download their brand new app today. Earn points with every purchase. Eagle Stop, where your journey is their passion. Stop by today and see why they're Missouri's favorite.
What's hot? What's stank? Steve's here now and he's ready to rank. If you want to know the top 5 picks, just sit back while Steve ranks it. 1, 2, 3, he's making the list. 4 and 5, you get the gist. Fries, films, whatever's legit. He's the man, Steve ranks it.
Back here at Hy-Vee halftime show, Osage up 37-14, and it is time for the world's hottest mid-Missouri high school basketball segment in America. It is time for Steve Ranks It. Concept is simple. I give Steve a theme or a list, and Steve ranks his top 5 of that, and everyone in his life tells him how wrong he is at work and at church and at everywhere else he goes. And tonight could be one of the most debated ones that there is. It is sitcom theme songs. Oh, there's only about 1 billion of them, folks. Steve, the floor is yours, my friend.
I feel like I'm definitely going to get some constructive criticism on these answers here. Let me tell you, as I put these together, it took me down memory lane.
Yeah.
And it made me realize, hey, I'm dating myself, I think, on all of these. I went way back on some of these. In fact, my first answer is way, way back. I mean, I didn't even see these live. I saw reruns of these Happy Days.
Monday, Tuesday, Happy Days.
Oh, yeah,
Thursday,
good stuff.
Friday, Happy Days.
So if you know it, then
Hey.
right. The Fonz, I love it. Number 4, just for a little fun, The Muppet Show.
Yeah, I don't remember the words offhand, but I remember it being really good. This is good radio. This is good radio, Steve.
Number 3, we're going to get a little more modern, but still, you know, back a few years, Friends, the Friends theme song.
Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. I didn't mind the Rembrandts. I actually know the second verse of that song.
Well, let's hear it. Why would you know the second verse?
I think I had the CD growing up.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I'll just listen to this on repeat. So that's a good one. All
okay.
Right, number 2.
Number 2, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Everybody knows that. Listen, if you watch that show back in the day, you know those lyrics.
Yes. I'm not going to do that one for you, but everybody knows what I'm
West
doing.
Philadelphia. That's a good pick, yeah.
And number 1, the best. I don't care how old it is. The theme song from Cheers. Everybody knows your name.
And they're always glad you came.
Oh, that's best. I better not get any pushback on that one.
Cheers, a great choice. I know it's probably in your honorable mentions, but I would have been there, Steve. Thank you for being a friend. I would have had the Golden Girls in there,
Girls.
Steve.
I just can't be excited about a show about old ladies, but it actually was a good show.
Didn't we go over this at Dancing with the Stars last year, Steve? You're going to get yourself in trouble.
That's true. Brady Bunch was an honorable mention, just because everybody knows it. It's not that I love it, but everybody knows that one. The Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons, yeah.
Sanford and Son, but I kind of made myself it had to have lyrics.
Okay, yeah. That was a quantifier for you, is the theme song had to have lyrics.
The Facts of Life. Remember the Facts of Life?
Well, you take the good, you take the bad.
Yes.
Take them both, and then you have.
How many people listening are like, what are they talking about?
Oh, well, they're tuned out. They've already tuned out.
Fair enough. It's a good topic.
That is a good one. That is a good one. And I actually like your choices. I think those are pretty good choices there.
I had to cut the Andy Griffith Show, although I love that
There's
one.
no lyrics.
There's no lyrics, just whistling.
You can't whistle on the radio. I can tell you that. That's not good radio. But, yeah, that's a good list there, Steve. That is Steve's top 5 sitcom theme songs. Cheers, number 1.
Well, that was fun. I guess there's a basketball game here.
Oh, yeah, third quarter about to get underway. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. As I am here alongside the Cliff Clavin to my Norm. Do you disagree?
I'm Cliff Clavin?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You got to talk that guess now, Steve.
That's good.
Osage will start the third quarter with the basketball, and it looks like St. James going to throw a little bit of a different look here, trying to come out with a zone. Osage attacking it. Wolf has it out to long, pump fakes the 3, into a 16-footer, no good, and then a foul on Harrison on the rebound. And that's how this third quarter gets started. St. James throwing a different defensive look here at the Indians to start this one out.
The Blake Show's second foul of the night.
Again, a pretty wild night of Osage basketball here as the girls varsity and JV squad had a home game scheduled against Owensville. So games going on at the middle school tonight as well as the high school. The Osage Lady Indians getting a big win over Owensville. And now the boys trying to do the same against St. James. St. James on a 4-0 run to start this quarter after 2 buckets. And now Osage working against this defense. Maverick on the wing. He'll step into a triple. Back iron, no good. A long rebound fought for, out of bounds. Back to St. James.
Well, the Tigers had to mix something up, and they're coming out with this full-court defense and trying to kind of get in their heads a bit.
And trying to switch to a zone once they get into a half-court set. And you knew, Osage knew, we knew, everybody knew after the first half that the Indians had that St. James was going to come out and try and do things a little bit different here in the second half. Now an air ball on a 3-pointer goes out of bounds, back to the Indians. 37-18, score on the board, a 19-point advantage for School of the Osage. As we got 6:45 left to go here in this third quarter, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Willoughby over to Harrison. Harrison out to Maverick in the corner. Another 3-pointer up, and this one falls for the Magician. Good ball movement there.
Maverick Trusty with 8, 40-18 is the score here.
Now working against this Osage defense. Long. Ball goes out to Groover, and that's going to be an offensive foul, a moving screen as Willoughby's knocked to the ground by Gleason. And that'll be a turnover back to the Indians.
Gleason's first of the night.
Full court pressure off the sideline inbounds. Maverick over to Harrison. Harrison pump fakes the pass, gives it into Wolf. 12-footer contested. Looked like they were all over him, but he puts it up and in. Nice job there by Luke Wolf.
That's 7 for Luke Wolf here tonight. Looking good.
Yeah, that was a tough bucket there for him. Makes it 42-18. Now St. James looking to slow it down a bit. I don't think they can afford to really slow it down. They're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. Boone backs in. Now kicks it out to Smith. Smith working against Willoughby in the corner. Osage switching on screens regardless of the size of the person, Steve. Smith gets a step on Wolf. Now kicks it out in the corner. Groover's 3 is up and good. There's an answer from St. James. Sorry, go ahead.
That's the first of the night for him after 3 tries here.
They have struggled from the 3-point line tonight. Harrison kicked over to Long. 3-pointer up, left iron, no good. Rebound bounces out, goes right to Gleason. Gleason kicks it up ahead to Smith. Smith across the timeline. Dribbles in, kicks it out to Groover. Groover, step back to the corner. Doesn't touch anything. Maverick down with the rebound. Behind the back, crosses half court. Behind the back again. Hands it off to Harrison for the easy finish at the rim. The Magician.
8 for Blake Harrison there. 42-21 in favor of the Indians. 4:43 left in this third quarter.
And St. James kind of going back to their offensive look that they showed repeatedly in the first half, Steve. They get the ball in at 15 feet. They look for that backdoor cut, and then it's just a series of screens And I think this Osage defense is kind of known exactly what to expect here. Tough take to the basket, no good. Fight for the rebound, ball knocked on the deck. Willoughby comes up with it, kicks it up ahead to Long. Long tries to spin in, but the ball is knocked away by Smith, and before he can move down the floor, he's going to be fouled. That might be 3 on Wolf.
It is indeed.
So he'll likely take a seat as Ethan Wall and Tyler Marshall check in.
Yeah. Wolf and looks like Trusty going to get a breather here.
Sideline inbound goes into Smith. He'll bring it up for the Tigers. 44-21, 4:08 left to go here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Nice spin move into the lane. Ball knocked off the rim and then knocked away by Willoughby. So it was an offensive rebound by St. James, and then Willoughby just swats it away off of St. James, out of bounds, back to the Indians. Now this 1-2-2 pressure here from the Tigers results in a turnover. Boone. But then Boone has it knocked away by Harrison over to Marshall. Osage with it back now. This is Willoughby with it. Goes over to Marshall. Marshall gets a step, now steps back. He's going to be called for the carry before he can make a move. It looked like he did carry it.
Yeah, sometimes you get away with that, but
depending on the level of play, yes, you can get away with that. Bell working on a long spin. Shot up, no good. Harrison with the rebound. Harrison over to Marshall. Marshall crosses the timeline. Beautiful pass inside to Ethan Wall. Tyler Marshall. And then Marshall going to jump the passing lane and almost come up with the steal. Instead knocks it out of bounds. Sideline inbounds coming up for the Tigers.
I think that was a no-look pass. I mean, he was looking the other way.
He was looking
when
at
he
you.
dished that ball out. Well, you know, I had my hands up.
You were ready, yeah. I was like, what are you doing over here? 3:17 left to go here in this third quarter. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Groover gets it. His three-pointer is up, and he's hit a couple here in this quarter to keep St. James in it, 46-24.
He's got 12 in the night, 2 for 5 from three-point land.
Marshall trying to go to Harrison. That passing lane jump. Now back behind the defense. Groover finishes the easy layup.
Groover's starting to get it going. He's got 14 here tonight.
Would you say he's getting in a groove?
I would say that's accurate. He's got 10 points in this third quarter.
Long fadeaway shot. Touches every part of the rim before it falls.
That's 8 for Long tonight.
Went up over the taller defender, who is currently nameless in our program.
48-26 in favor of the Indians.
What if his name is nameless?
It would be so much easier.
Yeah. Groover. Tough take. I think that ball got blocked. He gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Bell. Now Marshall jumped the passing lane through Smith, but goes through his arms, and he gets called for the foul.
He wasn't very happy about that.
2:23 left to go here. Osage up 48-26 over St. James. Substitution on the floor for the Indians.
Marshall's first foul of the night. We got Clark coming on the floor along with Butler. Long and Willoughby getting breathers here.
Brady Clark, I believe, all-state second-team kicker. Is that correct?
I didn't see that. What are we calling here?
Offensive foul as Harrison takes the contact from Boone. I would have to go back and check the school's social media's post, but I believe he was second-team all-state kicker.
First foul of the night for Boone, but I think that's the second charge that Osage has taken tonight.
Yeah, Maverick taking that first one early on in the first quarter. Now St. James switching their defense up here to a full-court man-to-man. Going away from the 1-2-2. Marshall loses a handle on it, kicks it up ahead to Clark. Clark inside the Wall for the easy finish at the rim, and that is just too easy of a press break against that man-to-man press.
Wall's got 6 tonight, score 50-26. 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
Nice job there by Clark, just putting that ball only where Ethan Wall could come down with it. Three-pointer up from Groover, and the groove continues.
He's got 17.
Groovelmania.
I think that's 13 in this quarter.
Clark in the lane. Push shot on the rim. Back iron. No good. Rebound down to the Tigers. This is Boone with it. And he goes into Harrison, absorbs the contact, and finishes. 50-31 now. Still a 19-point advantage. Ball tip knocked away. Marshall with it.
Tigers got 17 in this quarter. They've only had 7.
They had 19
at
halftime, yeah. Certainly their most productive quarter. Now they come up with the steal there. Ball kicked up ahead to Groover once again. He lost a handle on it. They're going to say foul on the floor, so baseline inbound coming up for the Tigers. And listen, Steve. St. James is taking their best shot here. They're trying to get themselves back into this game. Osage just kind of has to weather the storm, slow down on offense. You see what happens whenever you're moving the basketball. You are finding open players back behind this press. Don't get in a rush. That's what St. James wants you to do.
Brady Clark with the foul, his first of the night.
Three-pointer up, no good. Harrison with the board. Now trying to kick it up ahead to Butler and throws it just a step too far in front of him, out of bounds off Osage. So again, slow down.
Slow down. And you don't have to change your offense necessarily, but just slow down, take care, just like you would at any point, whether you have a lead or not. Take care of the ball. Still up by 19, 50-31.
Three-pointer in the corner up from Groover. Back iron, no good. Foul on the rebound as Bell goes over the back of Clark. Nice box out by Clark, forcing Bell. When you're a team, Steve, that goes at the speed on offense that the Indians do, it's tough to play with a lead. And it's tough to maintain that against good teams when you can get out in front with a big lead, because your instinct is just to go.
You want to maintain your identity. You want to be who you are, but at the same time, you got to take care of the ball.
Osage gets it past the press. This is Marshall with it. Over to Clark. 34 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Trying to go inside. Harrison has it at 15. Over to Marshall on the wing. Thought about the three. Now thought better of it. Maverick with it up top. 24 seconds. Working a pick and roll. Now nobody on Maverick. He'll take the three. It's up. No good. Groover down with the rebound. Groover back the other way. He goes coast to coast. Good defense from Trusty at the end. And then a foul on the putback at the rim. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up for J.V. Muir. 11 seconds left to go here in this quarter. Osage up 50-31.
Maverick Trusty with his first foul of the night.
Muir's free throw is no good.
Muir looks like he's been taking lessons from me on how to shoot free throws.
Oh, come on. That's not.
For people listening in, they don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
Oh, they know. Second free throw good. Broadcaster jinx lives on.
50-32 in favor of the Indians. 5 seconds left in this third period.
Maverick working the pick and roll. Backs up, tries to go inside to Harrison. Nothing doing there, and that's how the quarter comes to a close. Ball on the deck, but St. James able to fight their way back into it. Gets it down to 18, 50-32. 1 quarter left to go. We'll take a break and come back with that final quarter after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Got a savings account for car problems you didn't see coming? Who does? Thankfully, Big O Tires has you covered with Big O Financing. So if you need tires, brakes, or any other type of maintenance, your locally owned Big O Tires can help. And if that's not easy enough, you can schedule your appointment right now at BigOTires.com. Easy financing, easy appointments. Big O Tires, always working hard to cover you and your vehicle's blind spot. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Schedule an appointment now at BigOTires.com.
This is Osage Indians Basketball. Back to the game. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Amy Adams on camera, Mike Forever Young back in the studio as we are through 3 quarters. Osage with an 18-point lead, 50-32. But Steve, certainly St. James' best quarter of basketball, but they're going to have to really have a good fourth quarter to try and get themselves back into this.
Yeah, they really come out scoring here. They scored 18 in that quarter. Again, the most they'd scored in a quarter before that is 7, but they're going to need 18 just to tie us here, get back in this one. We're going to give a lot of credit to Groover there. He had 13 in that quarter alone. Giving him, let's see, what on the night? 17.
St. James will start the fourth quarter with the basketball, needing to put together something on offense.
Closing out that third period with a 6-0 run. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Boone with it, over to Smith. Trying to go inside, nothing doing there. Now Boone just runs into Wolf. Wolf knocked down. Boone goes right to the rack. Ball blocked by Harrison. St. James retains the possession, though. And now Harrison just reaches in. And they're going to say out of bounds on St. James, so it'll go back to the Indians. Good hustle there from Harrison. Kind of took a wonky hit there. Player went over the top of him. Kind of scary. Looks like he's okay, though. Starters on the floor for the Indians. And this is Luke Wolf with it in the backcourt, working with Willoughby. Now ball kicked up ahead. Trusty over to Harrison. Harrison fires it over to Willoughby on the opposite wing. Three-pointer up from him, rims around and falls. Nice cross-court pass there from Harrison, and Willoughby finishes.
He's got 8 tonight, Willoughby. That gives us 53-32.
I believe that might be a career and season high for him. I'll have to look back and see on that. They're going to call him for a double dribble as Gleason was working in the lane. And then winds up turning it over. 53-32 now. Osage out in front. Still full court pressure from St. James. Under 7 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter. Brought to you by United Rentals. Now here comes the half-court trap. Coach Henshaw wants the immediate timeout. And Willoughby kind of got himself caught in a situation there. Coach Henshaw didn't like it. Gets the early timeout. We'll keep it here through this one. Our next broadcast will come to you live this Friday night. Osage will be back at home as they'll take on the Liberators of Bolivar. And we'll have the call for you right here. And then next Thursday night, we'll take the trip up to Buffalo and play the Bison there in what is one of my favorite places to call a game, kind of like a little Coliseum. Steve, I don't think you got a chance to call a game there yet, have you?
No, I've been there, though. I know exactly what you're talking about.
There's the big box that comes out over the corner, the little press box. So we'll get to call the game from a different area and have a different look of our broadcast on MoSportsZone.com. I always like going to Buffalo. That's an interesting place to call a game and see a game. First things first here, this fourth quarter tonight against St. James and Friday night against Bolivar.
It's a good week of basketball here. It'll be a good time to be an Osage Indian, and boy, what a show they're putting on here tonight.
Wolf has it, hands it off to Willoughby. Willoughby has it on the wing. Finds Harrison wide open underneath, but he's blocked from behind by Gleason. Good defensive recovery there from St. James. There'll be a baseline inbound coming up for School of the Osage.
Nice cut, nice look for Willoughby. And good response defensively.
It's that set play, yeah, for Harrison. Which is astonishing sometimes how many times that works. It is astonishing sometimes how many times it works. Trusty drives in, kicks it out the long for the triple. Can't get it to go. Back the other way. Mirror has it. He can't finish at the rim. Weak side rebound put back, no good. They're going to call a push foul on the rebound and the shot as Groover gets knocked to the floor, I believe, by Trusty. So 2 shots for Groover coming up.
Trusty with his second on the night. Mirror missing right at the rim. Got to have those.
First free throw good. One more coming up. 53-33. 6:17 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Brought to you by United Rentals.
Groover with 18 on the night, making it 19.
Pretty good night for him.
Pretty good quarter. Pretty good half, right? He had 4 in the first half and then breaks out with 13 in that third period and keep adding to it.
Is he a senior?
He is indeed.
Yeah. Trying to go inside to Harrison, but Boone caught out of position, has to foul him. Baseline inbound coming up for the Indians.
Boone's second foul of the night.
Mirror swats the inbound.
Mirror just towering over Willoughby there. Said, not my house.
So we'll reset it here. Off the inbound, Long gets it in the corner. He'll step into a triple and good. Got just enough space, and the gunslinger extends the lead.
Puts Long in double digits. He's got 11.
Isaac Smith, his shot no good. Luke Wolf down with the rebound for the Indians. Gets it over to Willoughby. Willoughby kicks it up ahead to Harrison. Harrison has it over to Trusty. Trusty pump fakes the pass, now dribbles in. Floater up and in.
Nice touch by Trusty. Gives him 10 on the night.
(58-34), 5:35 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Brought to you by United Rentals. Good crowd here tonight. Good student section. Got the band here, Steve. It's been a fun experience. Obviously, winning helps, but it's been a fun atmosphere here tonight. Hope to see more of that this Friday night against Bolivar. Bolivar, a pretty good team.
Boone picking up his third on the night. What do you know about Bolivar? I haven't looked at them yet.
I know they played, I believe they played in that, what is that, the blue and gold over Christmas? Yeah. And I think they made it to the finals and fell short in that one. I believe that's what happened. Wolf winds up with it on the loose ball right at the rim, and he puts it up and in. And that's 9 for Wolf. So all 5 starters for the Indians are inching dangerously close to being in double digits. Now Maverick gets the steal, and he finishes the finger roll.
Gives Trusty 12 on the night.
St. James might be throwing in the white flag here.
They're certainly not trying to push the pace.
Turnover, back the other way come the Indians. Maverick spins in, tough floater up, can't get it to go. Boone with the rebound for the Tigers. He throws it to Groover, back behind the defense, shot up off the glass. Offensive rebound, left hand put back up and in. 62-38, Osage out in front. Willoughby going to be called for a travel as he tries to kick it out to Maverick. And a full 5 substitution on the floor for St. James.
Well, if you didn't know the score of the game and you were just trying to pay attention to the pace and figure out who's behind and who's ahead, you'd almost think, boy, that the Indians are playing with some urgency and desperation here and really pushing it. But they're the ones with the double-digit lead here.
Yeah, and it seems like St. James has tried to take their time on the last few possessions as well.
Just tell this guy in front of us to sit down.
I would be more than happy to tell this guy to sit down. Yeah, he's not having it. St. James taking their time with the basketball here. Still starters on the floor for the Indians, but 4 subs just stood up off the bench to check in as we wind this one down. 62-38, Osage comfortably out in front here. Do you think St. James is surprised by this, Steve?
Well, you'd almost think you'd like them to be, right? Who wants to come on the floor thinking they're going to get beat by 20 points, right?
I mean, I'm sure they came in thinking, oh, these guys just lost to Salem, and we handled Salem pretty easily.
Maybe they put a little too much confidence in that transitive property.
You can't do it. You can't do it. Full substitution on the floor for School of the Osage. Marshall, Wall, Butler, and Brady Clark check in. Blake Harrison stays out there.
Austin Bell called for the foul for St. James, his second of the night.
Off the inbound, Harrison has it behind the backboard, out to Butler on the wing. Butler trying to go back inside, throws it off the foot of the St. James player, out of bounds, stays here with School of the Osage. 3:15 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Off the inbound, Butler's 3 is up. Front iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Bell. Spurgeon hands it off. Martin, shot up, no good. Wall down with the rebound, gives it over to Marshall. Marshall quickly across the timeline, fakes the pass over to Harrison and finishes the finger roll layup. I say finger roll layup, it was certainly much more complicated than that.
Crowd, student section getting excited for Robert Dubbs getting ready to get in the game here.
Ball on the deck, Harrison comes up with it. Gives it over to Marshall. Marshall has it and was going up. Ball knocked away out of bounds. And Robert Dubbs will check in as Blake Harrison takes a seat.
Yeah, Blake Harrison's the only one that's happy about that substitution. Everybody's pretty excited about that.
Yeah, Blake will take a seat with 8 points, Steve. I'm sure he was trying to get to double digits there. Off the inbound, Marshall has it. Dubbs gives it over to Wall. Wall back out to Butler. Pump fakes the 3. Now working the baseline. Kicks it out to Wall. Over to Dubbs. Dubbs over to Wall. Back out to Dubbs. Dubbs inside to Clark. Left hand finish. Great ball movement there from the Indians. Dubbs finding Clark. And Clark has 4 tonight.
66-38 in favor of the Indians. We got 2 minutes left in this contest.
And Wall comes up with the steal. Before he can get to the basket, he is fouled. Maybe a blessing. He had visions in his eyes, Steve, of something big. 1:53 left to go here in the fourth. Off the inbound, Wall gets it, hands it off to Marshall. Marshall over to Butler. Butler out to Dubs in the corner, three-pointer up, left iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Bell. And now Wall jumps the passing lane, comes up with the steal. Wall right to the basket, shot on the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Spurgeon. Spurgeon gives it over to Martin. We're coming up on a minute left to go here in the fourth. Martin hands it off, pump fakes the three. Trying to work baseline on Wall. Clark going to be called for the push foul. We are not quite to running clock. We are 2 points away, so baseline inbound coming up with the clock stop. Substitution on the floor includes Blaine Sperling, Caden White, and Eddie Majersic.
Stepping off the floor, we got the motor, Tyler Marshall, Brady Clark, and Ethan Wall.
Off the inbound, up and in. I would say they've probably already started the bus just to make sure it's warm.
Driscoll with a bucket there for the Tigers.
Listen to you say their names.
I feel like you're jealous almost.
I am. The program turning you into a confident little broadcaster.
Little? Nobody ever calls me little.
You didn't feel little when we were up in that crow's nest last Friday night?
I was afraid I was going to bring that thing down.
Nice extra pass. White contested layup, can't finish. And then Butler called for the pushing foul. Coming down the floor. 20 seconds left to go in this one. Osage up 66-40.
Butler's second foul on the night.
Great job by our cheerleading squad, stopping that basketball with her foot.
Yeah, it's okay if she's a cheerleader, but if she's on the team, she can't do that.
That's correct.
Can't
That's
be
against
kicking
the
that
rules.
ball.
Yep. I'll agree with that.
It wasn't a question.
Okay, well, I'm giving you my blessing. I'm giving you my blessing. Sperling with the block and the rebound. Kicks it up ahead, back behind the defense to Dubs. And Dubs lost a handle on it right before he could get to the rim. And this crowd was ready, Steve.
Oh, they want it so bad for him.
5 seconds left. That's how this one will come to a close. Osage will bring home a win tonight, 66-40. The final score as the Indians bounce back after a tough loss last Friday night. And that'll build some momentum heading into a tough match against Bolivar on Friday night this week. We'll take a break, come back with the post-game show, get you set for Friday night. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
At Lake Regional Health System, excellence is everywhere. In the care of a nurse and the dedication of a doctor. As our pursuit of excellence continues, we're proud to announce our membership in the Mayo Clinic Care Network. Their specialists in research supporting ours, because excellence lives here. Learn more at lakeregional.com/Mayo.
Whoa, Central Ozarks Medical Center, your health, our mission.
COMC has been providing quality health care in Central Missouri since 1979. From primary care, OBGYN, pediatrics, senior health, dental, and behavioral health. Go to centralozarks.org for a location near you or call 877-406-2662.
COMC, the healthy place to be.
It starts with a feeling. You belong here. At Columbia College in Osage Beach, they believe higher education isn't reserved for someone else. It's for you. With personalized attention and ongoing support, they help students from all backgrounds discover their identity as scholars and write a bold new future with you in the lead role. Because this isn't just college, it's your story. Your next chapter, Columbia College, Osage Beach, where you belong.
This school and holiday season, visit your new owners and professional team at your local UPS store next to Deerbergs in Osage Beach. Get printing, a full business center, notary, shipping, and mailboxes. Your red carpet full-service UPS center. UPS makes it easy with realtor, military, and small business discounts. They'll pick up packages for you. Open 7 days a week, backing local schools and surrounding areas. Let UPS back you and take care of your printing and shipping. UPS online or at 573-365-6991.
Game analysis, stats, and more. It's Osage Indians Basketball. And this is the postgame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, the Indians getting the win tonight over the St. James Tigers. Final score 66-40. Joining me here for the postgame show, I got the motor, Tyler Marshall. Tyler, last Friday night, you guys gave up 24 points in that first quarter against Salem. You come out here, you give up 19 points in the first half against this St. James team. It seemed like defense was the focus coming into tonight. Ramped it up just a little bit. Talk about your mentality and the defense coming in here tonight.
All right, so after that loss, it was kind of tough. We gave up 28 to a point guard. He probably had 15 points in the first quarter. Made a lot of threes, so we used that anger, and we practiced hard this week, and we came out, and we played great defense.
Now
it's a good game.
Agree. Now, they wanted to use their defensive pressure kind of a lot like Salem did. They used that full-court pressure, a lot of full-court man-to-man. It seemed like you guys were attacking it a little more aggressively tonight, really focused on, even after missed shots, getting out in transition. Was that a focus for you guys tonight?
Absolutely. So their transition defense wasn't very great in that game because they were trying to press us. So we pushed up the court, got some free buckets.
Now, your nickname on this broadcast, Tyler, is the Motor. And we call you that because you come in off the bench. What do you think? How do you feel about that as your nickname?
I love it because I bring energy. I love being out there.
Well, you can thank Steve Adams for that. He's the one that dons you as the Motor. Tyler, congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck this Friday night against Bolivar. That's Tyler, the Motor Marshall. And we'll get that headset over to Isaac Yoder now.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Tyler. Coach, we talked with Tyler just a little bit, talking about giving up 24 points in that first quarter last Friday night. You gave up just 19 in the first half tonight. Was defense the thing that Osage came in focused on tonight?
Yeah, we've been working on executing some of our game plan on the defensive end, and it really came out tonight.
And we talked about the transition as well, just kind of getting back, even off of made baskets. The focus tonight, you really didn't want to get caught, because that seemed to be what happened a couple times against that Salem full-court pressure last Friday night, and there was just a real focus on getting down the floor. Talk about the vision that your players had tonight, making those extra passes and finishing at the rim.
Yeah, 100%. We want to get it out of the net and go and get to our spots on the floor where we can break their pressure, get it down, and score quickly. So we did a good job to that time.
I want to talk about something that kind of, maybe this is something you can kind of shed some light on this. As broadcasters, obviously, we take a look at stuff. We see, okay, we lost to Salem, but St. James has beaten Salem twice. What's the mentality of, like, do you guys look at that at all? Is that something that you focus on? Do you look at St. James versus Salem? Like, do you watch that tape and say, okay, this is something we can execute against them?
Yeah, we watched a film of that game, and we kind of saw how those different styles matched. But at the end of the day, it's every game is its own game, and we try to execute what we need to do each singular game.
Well, Osage came out with a big win tonight. Certainly probably surprised St. James. Certainly surprised a lot of people tonight coming out with this big congratulations. Hey, congratulations on fatherhood. That's awesome. You got your first win here tonight. Got the baby in attendance. I don't know if they watched a lot of the game.
Well, maybe sleeping most of the time.
Yeah, I don't know how you slept through this. It was a great atmosphere here tonight, but congratulations on the win and fatherhood. That's a great thing, Isaac. So joining us here, thank you for the post-game interview, and we'll talk to you on Friday night, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Get the headset back to Steve here. Steve, what do you have as far as player totals for the Indians here tonight?
All right, we got to Blake Harrison with 8. One of the few nights you don't get double digits out of Blake Harrison, but he had lots of help. Jackson Long with 11, Maverick Trusty with 12, Luke Wolf 9, Tanner Willoughby 8, Tyler Marshall, 6. Colt Butler, 2. Brady Clark, 4. Ethan Wall, 6. And those are the Osage Indians in the scorebook tonight.
Mills and Sons MVP of the game. Who's your pick tonight? It's a tough one.
Whew, that's no kidding. You know, in games like this, when it seems like the effort is more shared, you know, you kind of look at those players that stand out maybe when they haven't been. I think, you know, Luke Wolf, attorney at ball, stood out offensively. You know, his 9 points, that's well above his average. You got Tanner Willoughby knocking down a couple threes here and almost getting to double digits. So, you know, I want to brag on Brady Clark coming in, putting some big minutes there when Willoughby was in foul trouble. But I'm going to go with Luke Wolf there.
Yeah, that would have probably been. It was either him or Maverick was my choice. Maverick felt like a real bounce-back game tonight. We've seen Maverick play now, Steve, for the course of 4 years, and he has never, ever been a player that's let a missed shot or a bad game kind of deter him. And you saw that here tonight. Obviously not playing well last Friday night against Salem, but an absolute bounce-back game for him. I like the aggression that he showed, and I just liked his court vision. Really, you couldn't make a bad pick tonight because, like you said, Luke Wolf, a great pick as well. He handled the ball against a lot of that full court pressure at times, so doing a lot of stuff for the Indians. Really just a great game across the board. When players were coming off the bench, they were playing well as well. So you couldn't make a wrong pick tonight with whoever you would wind up picking.
Well, and just to kind of put a point in your favor for Trusty, I thought he was kind of the epitome of what Osage did. He had a bounce-back game. Well, the Osage team needed a bounce-back game, right? And they've had 3 losses here, but none of those consecutive, right? Every time they've had a loss, they've come back strong. Bounce back here at home in front of the crowd. I was looking at just kind of the runs here. We had a 15-0 run in the second quarter. We were already up 22-14, and then we go up to 37-14. That right there, you look at moments like that. Yeah. You say you can't win the game in the second quarter, but they kind of did.
Yeah, you can certainly put it in your advantage, and that's what the Indians did tonight. Osage picking up the win tonight, 66-40, the final score over St. James. Our next game will be Friday night right back here at School of the Osage. If you can't make it out to the gym, you can find it right here on 102.7 and all of our video streaming options. But seriously, if you can make it out here, you should. The atmosphere is tremendous with the band, the student section. This place was rocked out, packed tonight. And Bolivar is going to be a tough game for this team. That is a good basketball team coming here to play. So Friday night should be a fun game. We'll have the call for you. But for tonight, this one's in the books. Osage a winner. For Steve Adams and Amy Adams and Mike Forever Young back in the studio, I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool 102.7.